Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Have you ever come to a dead end in your life? You don't see any way out. Maybe in your health, maybe in a relationship in your family with a child, a grandchild, maybe in your career, maybe just in yourself. You don't see a way out. You're in a place where you never thought you'd be. You're at a dead end. And you ask God, what is going on? I was there in July of 2020. It was just after the pandemic began. I had to close the church. My best friend in the church had already died. Another person had just died. A person I loved also had just died. And I was leaving on vacation. I actually got the notice that the person had died on the day I was leaving for a vacation, just going down to the Jersey Shore for a week like I do every year. And I was at a dead end. I said, God, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on here? And I didn't see any way out. It's like I was facing a wall that I couldn't climb over, go around, go under. Nothing was working. And so when I went there, every morning I would go to a church that was open for prayer. Nobody would ever come to pray, just me. And I was in there and I was praying and praying and praying and crying out to God, reading the Bible. I was that confused. I was frustrated. And the second day I was praying, God put this verse, the Psalm 77 in my mind, and I read it. When I came to verse 19 and 20, God spoke to me. And this is what it says in Psalm 77, verse 19 and 20. Your path led through the sea, your way through the mighty waters. Though your footprints were not seen, you led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. And the psalmist is recalling what happened to Israel. God delivered them out of Egypt. They're going to the promised land. Everything's fine. They're on their way, and they come to a dead end. The Red Sea. There's no way through it, no way around it, no way over it, no way under it. And the Egyptian army is right behind them, waiting to kill them. A dead end. That's the situation. And the psalmist says, your path led through the sea. Listen, sometimes in life, God's path is through the difficulty. He doesn't take that obstacle away sometimes. Sometimes he wants us to go through that obstacle, to keep going forward, even though we don't see his footsteps, as it says, even though we don't understand. Your way is through the mighty waters. The way of God for the people of Israel was through the Red Sea. And when they took that step, he opened the way. And sometimes in our lives, the way ahead is through the obstacles, through the disappointments, through the failures, through the dead ends of life. And it definitely spoke to me in that moment, and I pray it's speaking to you right now, whenever you're listening to this. If you're at a dead end, God sometimes takes us through the dead end, through the mighty waters. Though your footprints were not seen, the psalmist says. We couldn't see the way. But when you can't see the way, you trust that God knows the way. And you learn to put your total trust. God, I don't know what's going on. I don't know the way out of this dead end I'm in. I don't see it at all, God. But you know. and your way leads through this difficulty in my life. And then he says, you led your people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. God, my friends, will lead you through the mighty waters, through the obstacles that you're facing, through the dead ends that you face. And when God gave me that word, it didn't change anything. The pandemic was just beginning. But I understood, God, I don't understand your way, but your way is this way, God, through this difficulty. And what a peace I got. Nothing changed, but I knew, God, you're going to lead us through the Red Sea. You're going to lead us through the mighty waters that we're going to face. And God is going to do that in your life. Even though you don't see the footsteps, he will lead you through. Trust in him. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow.